When I think back upon the year when I first moved to the state of Iowa, life was very different for me back then, much more simple. I was a young boy with many visions and dreams. Things are much different nowadays, though. Everything that was once a sensation to me has been lost. All the things that I had once loved so much about being in Iowa has lost its feeling. It's a feeling that I just can't seem to get back. And as time has gone on, I'm not sure if I'd even want it back if I could get it back. As a boy, growing up in Colorado, one of the things I cherished very dearly was the opportunity to go to my great-grandparents' house in Iowa for Christmas. There was something beyond all the love and the gifts that I received from them. There was always this sense of belonging and a feeling as if someone believed in me. Going to my great-grandparents' house in Iowa during Christmas was probably a lot more valuable to me than I will ever be able to comprehend. As I got older, and after I moved to Iowa, a lot of my summer vacations were spent at my great-grandparents' house. Those were probably the best summer nights I can ever recall in my lifetime. There was always hard work to be done staying at my great-grandparents' house, but the family values were so strong and attractive, and the order was done in such a way that you wanted to be a part of it. My great-grandfather would always be busy with repairs and working on things outdoors, mowing the lawn. Or he would be focusing on his woodwork. My great-grandmother was one of the best cooks ever. She always made more than enough food for everyone, and she was very gracious. She's always great at hosting family dinners. She also spent a lot of time sewing and repairing everybody's clothes. I remember riding around with her, finding the best deals at the garage sales, stopping at the thrift stores for bargains. She would have garbage bags full of clothes for people to go through, for her children and her grandchildren to go through. And she had a coupon system that was amazing. She knew how to save money and spend money very well. And her examples and way of doing things is something that I know I will never forget and will benefit me for the rest of my life. My great-grandfather was a World War II veteran, and he was the third person off of his boat at Omaha Beach. He never really talked about the war, though I'm sure he had seen his fill. I miss watching Bob Ross painting shows and old Western movies with him. We also had a lot of chances to watch the Chicago Bulls dynasty. Back in those days, we were a big fan of B.J. Armstrong because he was from Iowa. I was a big fan of sports back as a child, mostly of football. My great-grandma used to take me to a place called McKee Coins so I could buy all the individual Chicago Bears football cards that I could find. I remember staring at the statistics of Walter Payton for hours while laying on the floor at my great-grandparents' house, while hanging out all together, watching TV shows like MASH and Jeopardy. I miss the days of riding my bicycle all over the town of Oskaloosa. I miss the days of playing with the neighborhood kids and walking to the mall and walking to the swimming pool. I miss the days of following the railroad tracks and eating at Dairy Queen, which is no longer there. I could think of 1,000 things that I miss about Oskaloosa back in those days. But the feeling is gone, and I know that I will never be able to get it back. And I just don't think it's a feeling I want to get back. My life has never been the same without my great-grandparents, and it never will be. But the feelings are still so strong in my memory. The memories of glory and greatness. I don't think it's about getting the feeling back that I used to have necessarily. Maybe it's right where it belongs and needs to stay. Maybe what I'm really longing for is to recapture the old feeling in a new way. And the more I have spent thinking about this, the more it becomes evident. Nothing has ever been the same since my great-grandparents have left. And the future has become even more clear to me because of this deeper understanding.